Thank you, Rodrigo, and thank you, Gabby, and thank all of you for being here today. I know it's a little warm in here, but it is a historic day, and it's important that we mark this moment. I want to take a second to it's a great thing that we live in a state where so many elected officials are here for this bill, so please indulge me for just a minute to recognize everyone's here, because I think it says an awful lot about Rhode Island. We have the mayor of the capital city, Jorge Elorza, who is here, Mayor Diosa, who is here. Thank you guys for coming. We have statewide office holders, Treasurer Magaziner, Secretary of State Gorbea. Thank you guys both for being here. And we have a number of legislators, beginning, of course, with the sponsors, without whom we would not be here, Senator McCaffrey and Representative Maldonado. Thank you both for your work and your courage. It's fantastic, and I appreciate it. We have the Senate President. He's never the one in the limelight. He's behind the scenes and does the right thing for the right reason. So thank you, Donnie, for being here. Senator Cano, I know, is here. Senator Golden is here. Senator Quesada here in the front row. Thank you. I think I got everybody. Somebody help me if I miss someone. Representative Regenberg, who is here. We have Representative Tabone, who is here. Thank you. Who else? Sabina Matos, Councilwoman Matos. And did I miss anyone? Help me. Nerva, who is here, my councilwoman. How could I forget that? Thank you for being here. Maria from Central Falls, thank you for being here. Like I said, it's an amazing, amazing thing that we can all be here for this historic day. Now let me say this. I shouldn't have to be signing this bill. We're only here because of President Trump and his attack, inhumane, as Gabby said, inhumane, immoral, unjust, un-American attacks on immigrants. That's the only reason we're here. The fact of the matter is, we have well over 1,000 Dreamers in Rhode Island, and these are our friends. These are our neighbors. As you said, these are people who go to work every day. These are moms and dads and friends and neighbors. These are Rhode Islanders. They have been here. These are kids who've been here since 10 months old, 1-year-old, 2-year-old, 3 years old, 4 years old. They are Rhode Islanders. They go to our schools, they're in our communities, they're Little League coaches, they go to our churches, and they belong here. This country was founded on immigrants, this state was founded on a principle of tolerance and inclusion, and there's a place in Rhode Island for everybody. And when President Trump pulled the rug out from under Dreamers, which was wrong, we, the people of Rhode Island, and our legislators, and our mayors, and our statewide office holders, we and our advocates, we spoke up and said, not in our state. Not in our state. I remember like it was yesterday, it was a few months ago, we were outside on the back steps here, and there was a rally. And I remember so clearly, Debbie Gonzalez got up to the microphone and said, you don't actually have 6 months. You really only have about 30 days, and it's $500. And there was a wave of panic that went through the crowd. And I turned to my husband, I said, we got to do something. And I'm proud to have been the first governor to have raised the money so that we could pay the $495 fee. And thank you to Debbie and all the lawyers who stepped up with pro bono legal services. Thank you. And then after that, our fantastic legislators stepped up and said, we're going to do the right thing in Rhode Island. We're going to pass a piece of legislation that guarantees licenses for Dreamers. And in 5 minutes, I'm going to sign that bill. And I hope it's a first step. I hope you send me a bill next year that grants driver's licenses to all undocumented immigrants. If we can do this, we can do that. Send me that bill so we can tell all the undocumented immigrants in Rhode Island they can drive here safely with a license, with insurance. Let's do the right thing, just like we're doing today. Before I stop, I want to make one last comment because I think it's on everybody's minds and everybody's heart is heavy watching what our president is doing to families at the border. This is way bigger than politics. How many people are parents? Raise your hand if you have kids. Imagine if that was your kid. Look at those pictures in the newspaper. Imagine if that was your child. That's how I think about it, Tommy and Cece. Imagine if I were holding my baby and my baby were ripped away from me and put in a cage. That is not American, that is not Christian, that is not moral, that is not humane. A great country does not punish innocent people. A great country doesn't rip apart families. And by being here today, we're standing up against that. And it's more than just licenses, although that's a very practical, important thing. It's a message to the immigrant community in Rhode Island. We want you here, we've got your back, and what's happening in Washington, we're gonna stand up against with every fiber in our body right here in Rhode Island. Because that's who we are, and that's the right thing to do. So, today, it's a happy day, so I don't want to end on a negative note. But I just want you to know this is the beginning, not the end. And you have my commitment to continue to fight for these issues as we go forward. So thank you, and huge thank you to Michael and Shelby.